might need some house ruling, because they feel like an add-on that hasn't been able to reach its full potential. Hi, welcome to a new video of 1d6. My name is William. Today we will be taking a look at Anno 1800, a game from Cosmos, or one of these other local suppliers. This game is a 2 to 4 player game. Anno sits at the number 312 at the Board Game Geek ranking. We will explore together if this ranking makes any sense. So let's get into it. Yes, Anno 1800 is a board game with its origins in the PC gaming world. Now let's not get carried away and stay focused here, because making a board game from a PC game is very hard. If you haven't played the PC game and don't know yet how this game works, don't worry, we will get to that shortly. Let's get a bit of a clearer view of the components of this game. The heart of the game can be found in the center of the playing area. Here you will find the game board. The first thing you'll see are all the buildings that can be built. At least 2 of each type, and in some cases more. Buildings are represented by a color. Each color represents a type of unit that is able to work in that building. On the board are also 3 types of population cards. Lower class, green and blue, upper class, red, purple and cyan, and New World people. There are also expedition cards and the rules for the exploring of new and old world regions, which you will be able to find on the sides, as well as any remaining pops that can be bought. The players also have a home island. Here you will find that certain buildings have already been built for you, as well as a fleet which consists of a trade and a war fleet. Every game you will be asked to place 5 random objective cards at the top of the board. How does this game work? Well, all players get population cards when they start the game. Players need to get rid of these cards by fulfilling the needs of the population, or by getting a way to dump these cards. Usually some population cards have these bonuses as a reward for completing them. You'll need to build or trade to get items your people require. If you don't have the building required to build it, then you'll need to trade. Trade costs you trade points, and you only have as many trade points as the value of your total trade chips. So trade carefully. Players are forced to explore the new world because higher tier pops require higher tier goods, which can only be made with stuff coming from these new worlds. This has the added effect of giving you extra population cards. Once a player has been able to get rid of his population cards, the round has to be completed, and after that all players will get another round to play. So, what do we like about this game? Well, we really like the split you are being put into after a couple of rounds. You will have fulfilled some population cards and you might be tempted to get some extra. But do you want those extra points that hard? Isn't the other player scoring a bit fast now? And how many cards does he have left? Can I still be the first to have 0 cards in my hands? We also really like the fact that trades can't be blocked by other players. So not building a building yourself is sometimes a worthwhile strategy to do. This allows you to check what other players are doing, and maybe the other players are building the building you needed. We also really like the mix between the fleets. You have to manage your battle fleet as well as your merchant fleet. Both have some advantages. With your battle fleet you can explore more of the old and the new world. In the old world you might find interesting extra buildings, pops, fleets, as well as basic building slots. In the new world, new spices can be found which will help you complete your objectives. Also, you will be able to use your battle fleet to go on expeditions. Here you might find items you'll need to complete objectives that the game has. And some pops also require you to hand over battle fleet tokens to get a juicy bonus. On the other hand, your merchant navy is there to help you to get the items you couldn't build. So, what did we like less? Well, the hand you are dealt with in the beginning can, not necessarily, have a big impact on your game. If you have a couple of easy to accomplish missions, with the bonus of getting purple pops, you might have an edge on your opponent who will have to earn these pops by grinding. If you are facing such an opponent, you are going to be fighting an uphill battle, though it is still winnable. What we also didn't really like are the expedition card system. You can buy 1 or 2 or 3 expedition cards each turn. There is no downside on buying 3 expedition cards. If the endgame hits and you don't fill the requirements on those cards, you don't get any penalty. I think expedition cards might need some house ruling, because they feel like an add-on that hasn't been able to reach its full potential. If you have any good ideas on the house rules, leave them in the comments. The best house rules will be showcased in a game which we will be playing. Then there are some things we like and dislike at the same time. When you trigger the endgame, you can never be 100% certain you are the winning player. This is because you have hardly seen any points of your opponents. Sure, you might be counting their pop cards, but that's just one part of the point system. I don't mind being a bit unsure if I might win, but having someone beat me who I thought never was a threat, that stings me. When players trade with you, you get gold. This currency is very useful as it allows you to buy back used pops and use abilities on cards that have been stored. But the value is always 1 gold, even if the trading player has to pay more than 1 trade token. If other players use your valuable goods and you only get 1 gold, you feel like you've been ripped off. I believe house ruling here might be in order too. So, our final thoughts on this game. We have had many good hours playing this game. No game has ever felt the same, and the drive to victory always feels tight. Your choices during the game matter, but late game choices matter more, of course. At this stage of the game, there is also a bit of a lag. Rounds take longer. All in all, a BGG score of 312 is definitely not correct, and we believe it does earn a spot at the top 100. But that's all what we thought. Now we would like to know from you what you think. Where does this game stand with you? Please let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.